Hi everyone, this is Surf Only the Creator. I hope you're doing well. All glory goes to the Most High. Here's something old, something new, just to give you some more drops in order to connect the dots. Enjoy the ride, pay attention. Let's go. Sparky Lee's channel.
This world is not what you think it is. This world is not what you think it is.
Now, I want to tell you something else about bacteria and viruses. I want you to picture this. In your city, the garbage collectors have just gone on strike. So you have had no pickup for your garbage in, say, 3 weeks. Well, your garbage can is overflowing, and what is happening is that you're collecting mice and rats and flies and all sorts of other vermin and insects because they feed on the rotting garbage. So it is rotting garbage that attracts the vermin that clean it up. If we didn't have those kinds of animals to clean up the mess and vultures to clean up the dead animals in the road, the world would be overrun with the carcasses of dead animals and all sorts of garbage. So these vermin are very important to clean up the dead and dying tissue. But let me ask you, if you see a dead animal in the road, did it attract the vulture or did the vulture attract the dead animal? Well, obviously, the dead animal attracted the vulture, the cleanup crew. It's the same way. It's the rotting garbage, the dead and dying tissue and the rotting garbage, meat and other things, that attracts the cleanup crew. And it attracts the rats and the mice and the insects. So think about this. It is the rotting tissue that attracts the cleanup crew, not the other way around. So we have all these things to clean up the earth. Well, God has given us a cleanup system for our body as well. And guess what they are? They're bacteria and viruses.
Bang.
Bacteria and viruses do not cause disease. Now, guess what they are? They're bacteria and viruses. Bacteria and viruses do not cause disease. And guess what they are? They're bacteria and viruses. Bacteria and viruses do not cause disease.
Bang. You can watch the complete video on Sparky Lee's channel, and I will give you another one.
Viruses are not living things, are they?
No, they're not. It's not like a microbe. It isn't like a microbe at all. They are protein waste products in solvent solution, and they can have animal tissue in them. Now, you cannot transfer animal tissue of that nature, any kind of an animal flu. Well, let me explain what a flu is. A flu is a solvent detoxification. A cold is normally a bacterial detoxification where microbes eat damaged tissue that is of a waste product, and when they consume that tissue, they can consume about 50 times their weight in 24 hours, and they have a waste product of about 1 to 5%. So that's like you eating 50 pounds of food in one day and having a 1 to 5 pound waste product to deal with the next day. That's a good janitor.
Really?
So we want colds. Now, flus occur when people are so toxic that bacteria cannot help break down the toxic waste products because there's inorganic substances like chemicals from pesticides, inorganic fertilizers, food additives, Pepsi Cola, all those sodas which are just chemical. They have nothing to do with food. When those chemicals get in the body and saturate the body and they destroy the bacteria, then our bodies have to make a solvent or many varieties of solvents to dissolve tissue. body may make about 300,000 types of viruses that are specific to a to dissolve tissue. So the body may make about 300,000 types of viruses that are specific to a specific tissue within a particular cell, so that the whole cell isn't its integrity isn't disrupted. So the whole cell doesn't die. It's just cleaning out, let's say, the veins in a particular area of the cell, whether it be the veins for neurological functions, or lymphatic, which is cleansing, or the blood itself within the cell. So those are specific cleansing viruses for specific areas in the body. Now, no time does it ever get to the point where you have more than, let's say, 3 viruses at a particular time in any particular body.
Okay.
And in this particular case, let's say the swine flu, you're talking about a specific tissue of a pig. And of course, a pig is not going to have a virus unless it is so toxic from poor feed and vaccines and all kinds of medication that it can't use its natural bacterial cleansing.
And we have swine flu has arisen because we have sick pigs out there who cannot. The necessary viral response is inadequate for them to take care of their own bodies, so they manifest this swine flu, correct? I mean, that's
correct.
Okay.
Now, you can have 300,000 varieties of swine flu because of the different complex 300,000 different types of tissue to be cleansed within a pig, just like within any other animal organism. However, they cannot cross species.
So how did we get swine flu then?
It's been made in a factory and injected. However, they cannot cross species.
So how did we get swine flu then?
It's been made in a factory and injected.
Bang.
Okay.
Just the way AIDS was manufactured. It was created at UCLA in 1961-62 to create cancer and laboratory animals to study cancer. Okay.
So in theory, a virus, first of all, there are good viruses, obviously, as you just
all
described.
viruses are good viruses.
All right. So and they're obviously necessary responses to something that's happening biologically in us.
Correct.
And so the swine flu virus or any of the normal viruses that we catch throughout the years, how are they actually? Do they incubate in our body and sit dormant until we spread it to someone else? I've never understood where the viruses go. The viruses are like the cicadas to me. It's a mystery. They come out once every 7 years, but where are they for that 6.9 years before they come out? Where do viruses reside?
Okay, you're working under a wrong premise to begin with,
Okay.
and you're never going to find the answer if you do that.
Okay.
Viruses have no nucleus. There's no respiratory system. There's no circulatory system. There's no digestive system. Viruses are not alive. That's like saying Tide soap is alive.
Okay.
They're not alive. They are solvents. They are soaps. We don't eat well enough. We don't eat all raw, and therefore we accumulate toxicity. They're not alive. They are solvents. They are soaps. We don't eat well enough. We don't eat all raw, and therefore we accumulate toxicity. So bacteria have to come in and eat that waste products because we can't keep up with all the waste.
Gotcha.
But when we are so toxic that the bacteria are poisoned by the tissue from chemical inundation, then we have to make solvents. Each cell makes a solvent.
Gotcha.
Each cell makes a soap to help clean itself.
I hope you paid attention. I hope this information will be used to you in any form, shape, or way. All glory goes to the Most High. Much love and respect. Be safe.